All right, Leroy Sane to Man United transfer proposal in here, and we're here to discuss this onto the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? Go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. And this is the channel that brings you your latest news and information as far as everything is concerned. Today, Bruno Fernandes has gone ahead to win the Sir Matt Busby Player of the Year award and the Players Player of the Year award, and we're also going to be having a message from Diego Dalot, who is back in training, and he might obviously be part of the squad that plays in the final of the UEFA Europa League. Now, Man United is really linked to very many players, and one of those is Leroy Sane, and the man responsible for putting out this story is known as Santi J. Santi J is a tier 1 journalist from Spain, and he has on several occasions come up and obviously done wonders for the club of Manchester United. And guess what? For the club of Manchester United, he really got it right when he really got it right on a deal of Casemiro. He's the first guy that really broke the story that Casemiro was going to be joining the club of Manchester United in there. Now, Leroy Sane was proposed to Manchester United and other clubs in England. As for now, his contract extension at Bayern Munich is still not done. Now, Leroy Sane has been proposed to the club known as Manchester United, you understand, and other clubs in England. And for Manchester United, I think he's a good player, but if you know what Ineos is all about, I don't think that they might obviously go in for him. But the beauty of this deal, as to why you can't obviously rule it out completely, is because Leroy Sane is a free agent, and with the club of Manchester United not having not wanting to spend a lot, and not having a big budget, I think Leroy Sane ticks all the boxes for people at Manchester United, because however much is 29 years of age, and the club of Manchester United is not really willing to spend cash on players who are really beyond 26 years of age, it might be willing to spend cash on players who are really 29 years plus. United might be willing to do that, because when you get in Leroy Sane as a free agent, it helps you a lot that you've got to get in a proven player who has all what it takes to really play into that number 10 position. And I don't think that he will obviously want to be played as a right wing back, but that means it will help United to really not worry on really spending on other players, because if you get in Leroy Sane on a free, and you're having Matthias Cunha, that means you are really saving money for a striker and another midfielder for the club of Manchester United. And for all these deals to obviously happen, I have to let you know that Champions League is key. Champions League is key for all these deals to obviously come to pass, because there is no way you obviously come out to there is no way you obviously tell Leroy Sane that join Manchester United when they're not playing the Champions League. Yet there are teams like Arsenal who are there waiting to see what Leroy Sane is obviously going to be doing, as we all know that Leroy Sane is wanted by very many clubs in England. And as Sky Germany has gone ahead to let us know that he's wanted by very many teams. And I know if we beat Tottenham Hotspur next week on Wednesday, then the rest will be history for the club of Manchester United, I tell you. So let's wait and see how that pans out. But I would on any occasion choose in Leroy Sane ahead of other players, because I'm having Amadi Diallo, who is really 23 years of age, and he'll be competing with Leroy Sane, and they can obviously be played on the same pitch, because Leroy Sane can be played as a right number 10, and Amadi Diallo will be played as a right wing back. And maybe sometimes Leroy Sane will obviously be benched, and this guy will obviously come in and obviously do his magic. So, for Manchester United, I think they have a deal. If Leroy Sane doesn't really put pen to paper, I know they can offer him the contract that he wants, and he won't really say no if we qualify for the Champions League. But if we don't qualify for the Champions League, I tell you what, I don't see him really coming to Manchester United, unless otherwise other teams are not really showing interest in the player. But as I know, this guy is really wanted by very many teams in the Premier League, and the likes of Barcelona have also gone ahead to look at him. I know Real Madrid will obviously look at the door because they will also be wanting to get in a player who is a free agent. They noted that he can play in here for the next 3 seasons, and he clocked 29 years last year in July, meaning that in July this year he'll be clocking 30 years, and we all noted that he can really get you some good 3 seasons. So can United beat that competition? Let's wait and see how that pans out. But this season, 29 games in the in the Bundesliga, 11 goals and 5 assists. Champions League, 13 games, 1 goal. That is Leroy Sane for you. DFB Pokal Cup, 2 matches, 1 goal. And that's what he did in there. But I want to let you know that him as a player, he's really very, very good and deadly. And what he brings at Manchester United, the winning mentality. He was at Man City. He won the Premier League, FA Cup and Carabaos, and he has been in Germany winning the Bundesligas, though no Champions League has been won by Leroy Sane. But I know for a deal of Leroy Sane to be very attractive to him, we must be in the Champions League. Now today, Bruno Fernandes has been named the Sir Matt Busby Player of the Year, and then the Players Player of the Year. He has won these 2 awards, and I think no one really says no to this guy really winning them, because he deserves them, as he has gone ahead to have a wonderful season, and individually he has been really great. And for these awards to mean a lot to Bruno Fernandes, all he has to do is to lead the team of Manchester United to the Atletico Bilbao Stadium to obviously see to it that we beat Tottenham Hotspur and we lift that trophy. If you don't lift that trophy, these awards won't really make any sense for Bruno Fernandes. But congratulations to Bruno Fernandes, and the best goal of the season for Manchester United award has gone to Amad Diallo, and I think it's the goal that scored against Man City. Not so? That is it. So Diego Dalot has a message to United fans, and he has said, we will do whatever we can to find that win, to bring you the trophy, because we deserve it more than anything. I think these fans deserve the best because they've been suffering a lot through all these years with us. So I know that winning this competition is important, so I'm sure that everybody in the dressing room and all the staff know that we can carry that weight with us, because I think together we are much stronger than people think. So I know United can really lift this trophy, but Spurs is not and is a nut to crack. You can come up and obviously say United are the favorites. I say yes, and we have a better pedigree, but Spurs has a squad whose players have gone ahead to return back. If they're having Son, Solanke and Kulusevski leading their front 3, then the midfield, Pameta Sarr, Yefis Besson and James Maddison, it's really a different team altogether in the attack. Back 4, Pedro Porro right back, Udogie left back, then Van der Ven and Christian Romero in the central defense. It's a different team altogether, and Vicario in between the stitches. You know what that means. So guys, I don't know what your thoughts are, but I'm calling in for your reactions into the comment section below about Leroy Sane to Man United transfer proposal and him being offered to the club of Manchester United. Do you think we stand a chance against all other teams to really sign this player, or it's vice versa that we don't stand any chance? First video of the day, we are getting into the game. Man United versus Chelsea. Big game. And I tell you what, we are the United Matters channel, and a lot is really coming your way. Rock and David is my name, and let's continue to really subscribe to this channel and see how things are really going to be formulated in here. But continue to subscribe because you want to hit the magic number of 20. Want to hit the magic number of maybe 30,000 subscribers, but we know transfer news, UEFA Europa League finale. We are into the mix and you're going to be working towards that. Bye-bye.